Yeah, we may have just found a way to have a tram reverse on itself. Heyo and welcome to another episode of Pine Harbor County, our first Cities Skylines 2 Let's Play, where we will use and abuse the operating district mechanic that was introduced in Cities Skylines 2. I hope you have all had a phenomenal week and are ready to jump into the building excitement. So today I want to provide the city a little tender loving care and start implementing our first public transit network. If you enjoyed public transit, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment below on your favorite transit option. If you're new to the channel and interested in seeing Pine Harbor County grow, please consider subscribing and tuning in weekly for each episode. Alright, so first things first, before I feel we can start having fun implementing our first transit system, I think we should address our TLC checklist, starting with our citizens' communication needs. So let's start with either building a telecom tower or a radio mast, and I want it here in the exports tower, and I want to see how far each option reaches. So we have the radio mast here. It has a $5,000 upkeep and a 1 kilometer range. So I'm just curious, if we plop it right here at the end, or even right here, how far can it reach? And it's really not even reaching beyond the exports park itself. And if we add on the upgrades, how much farther do we get then? Still not very far. Could do the telecom tower. Let's give it a try. What's the worst that happens? We spend some nodes that we didn't need to spend? That's okay. We can unlock more. Yeah, see, that's the coverage I was looking for. So let's go ahead and plop actually a telecom tower. And let's put this bad boy right here at the end. Cool. Alright, so next we should also be looking into implementing some snail mail for the city. So for now, I think the best spot is going to be right here, which comes right off that first main arterial. Yeah, we're going to be deleting a good amount of commercial space here, but this block right here I think provides a good amount of access to the city, as well as good road access. So let's kind of come in here. Kind of kills me to delete this a little bit because we have that nice higher, I suppose, customer base for the commercial, but development. Alright, so let's come on in. Let's grab our mail, post office. And I think I want to be a little fancy with this one. So let's grab an alleyway, and let's plop that alleyway right here. Has anyone actually figured this out yet? That when you go to place stop signs, it always defaults to the other road. Or like all three sides. Does anyone know? If you know how to get it so that it only defaults to this side, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm perplexed on that one. Alright. Then just make sure we left some upgrade room. Yep, so we could put our mail storage extension there if we want to. Can't put the post fan. Darn it. I suppose that's sort of the nice thing about this being a city simulator. When you make little hiccups, you can just delete it and plop it right back in. That's fine. That will work. Alright, and then make sure we select our operating district, as that is, this series is using and abusing the operating district's mechanic. So abused. And then let's just come into our info view and make sure we have some good mail coverage. Not awful, but I think we could add some mailboxes. Okay, looks good. All right, next up, parking lots. Right now I want to prioritize our parking lots to be closer to the commercial areas, so let's go through the commercial zoning overlay and find the best commercial areas and build near them, but maybe not on the most popular spots. So power. Why? Bottleneck. That's why. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Pretend not to see this. This is a figment of your imaginations. So let's come into the commercial, and we have a bit of information here. So this bar here is telling us about the suitability. So we can see on the roads that lime green color has us in a good spot. Now originally I was actually thinking let's put a lot here, but then I was noticing that this has a lot of customers, so I want to be able to actually put some commercial here and not utilize this space and take away our opportunity there. So how about right here? It wasn't my ideal location. Yeah, this is gonna be more thoughts than I thought. Let's put one right here. Perfect. And then let's come on in and crank up the parking fee. So we mentioned this in a previous episode. The theory here is that cranking up the fee is going to do one of two things to benefit Pincrest Junction. It's either going to discourage people from parking and using their cars and encourage the transit network instead, or it's going to make us a pretty little penny and help us out with our bleeding budget here. So now let's go in and yeah, let's put some commercial back in here. Okay, where else do we want to go? Okay, so next, let's upgrade our elementary school capacity, which is very easily done. Since we already have the elementary school built, we can actually just do an upgrade. So we can come right on in and add the extension wings, which will give us an additional 500 student capacity for just $10,000 per month. Well, 10,000 monies per month. There we go. Okay, if you thought I was going to ignore all the power issues we were having, I was not. I just wanted to get those other items off of the checklist first. So far we've been importing our electricity using this transformer here. However, I think it's about time we start putting towards the money for a coal power plant or two. I don't want to spend any tech development points at this time unlocking either the gas power plant or coal power plant, or really any of these options. It's just not something I'm ready to do yet. So let's just come in and let's get the small coal power plant. Now this gives us it's 70,000 a month upkeep for 20 megawatts. Now we're consuming about 43, so I do think we are just gonna build 2 of them. Okay, that works. Alright, to help offset the cost to import the coal, I am going to build a coal specialized industry site right on top of some of the ore deposit that we have, right here near the rail yard. Right here. Wonderful. Okay, so I think we are ready to finally jump into some public transportation. So public transportation has a similar hierarchy method as roads do. So for example, just as you may have a highway that connects large regions to the outside world, harbors and trains do the same. Just as an arterial may connect medium distances between districts, so does a metro. And this is how I kind of plan to implement transit in Pine Harbor County as well, is using a hierarchy method to kind of connect everything up. So when it comes to Pine Harbor County, I'm thinking the regional connections are going to end up being the train system and our harbors. In particular, harbors will probably be one of the biggest connections, or really the only connection it will have is to the outside regions, whereas trains are going to connect the outside regions as well as some of our districts. So, for example, we might run a train line between the capital city, Pincrest Junction, and another district that we haven't created yet. So, you know, three plus areas. Whereas the subway, the metro system will probably be more of our arterial. So this I'll probably use to connect 1 to 2 districts together. So one stop in, well, not one stop, sorry, one station in each area, and then just a straight shoot to the next city district. And then the trams are going to connect within the city districts. So yeah, I think that's going to be the main plan on this. I don't know if we want to unlock air parts or not. I hadn't really considered it, but let me know in the comments below whether or not you think we should put air networks into Pine Harbor County, and upvote the comment if you think, if you're not really a big commenter, if you prefer voting on another comment. Give a comment a thumbs up if you agree that we should implement the air network, or a comment up if you don't think we should give Pine Harbor County air network. Now, I've done a decent amount of playing to gather research, and I have found this general info in regards to the public transit. Please feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot of the chart for your future planning needs, and let me know in the comments below if you find any discrepancies in the information, because I'll admit I was rather surprised by some of the number of passengers the vehicles could hold. I was expecting a larger number for the airplanes and a smaller number for the subways. Ultimately, though, I guess when you think about it in real life, it does make sense. You wouldn't necessarily see a plane with, you know, 1,000 passengers in it, and subways can hold a lot of people. When it comes to Pincrest Junction, I think our best option is to have a tram line, since we are going to be continuing to expand the city and growing the city a bit more. I think it'll provide an adequate passenger capacity while also ensuring that we do not clog up the roads with too many tram vehicles. So far, I think the best place to start our tram network is going to be along the arterial roads, kind of looping up into this area, making this U right here. We can eventually probably run some metro east-west and maybe north-south, but the demand isn't there yet, nor do we even have our next city constructed to connect to Pincrest Junction. I mean, it's just right here, and we don't really need a metro going from here to here. Not when the metro holds 1,000 people. So for now, let's do a tram, and let's run it like this. And then at some point, we'll probably consider constructing a metro either in this area or somewhere along here. So let's start by jumping into our development tree, and let's unlock our trams. And then I'm gonna start by coming right in here to that exports park, and I'm gonna plop in the tram depot. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's go in and let's upgrade our roads. Alright, so I want to start adding some stops because Pincrest Junction isn't a massive city and the other cities haven't been constructed yet. I think we can just start with a single line that runs through that east-west U U area that we just constructed here. So I think I want... Oh, well, I just learned something new. If you place a stop on a one-way, you can actually kind of create an end line here. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if that'll continue to work. Okay, well, we will see how well that works out with that little, I don't know if we should call it a glitch or a cheese? I don't know, but we'll see how well it works out. All right, so now we just need to go in and draw in the line. So we'll come in, grab our line tool. Okay, so we have the line tool drawn in. Right here is gonna be our experiment spot to see if that little jank that we just discovered actually works or not. All right, so our first trams are out and about. So let's go in and manage the line for a little bit. Let's come in here, and as we can see, we have tram line number 1. For now, I'm gonna leave the color as purple. If you guys think we should change the color from purple to something else, please let me know what color you want in the comments below. If you're not much of a commenter yourself, please feel free just to upvote for whatever color already commented that you would prefer to see. And then let's come in here, and I am gonna decrease our vehicles because we really don't need that many. I know this is a 10.6 kilometer line, but yeah, I just don't feel it's necessary. And then let's actually decrease the ticket price to say 3 monies here. All right, and then let's just have the simulation run a little bit and see how it does. Alright, we've done a lot of work so far in Pincrest Junction, but we aren't quite done yet, so let's jump into a Beautifying the Bill time-lapse, as I want this time-lapse to not only focus on planting some lovely trees and adding some great character to the city, but I also want to make sure our pedestrian paths are optimized to assist with our new tram line, and maybe even address some of the zoning demand a bit. Alrighty, well with that, I think we can wrap this episode up. If you enjoyed the episode, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If there is a particular color you'd like the Pincrest tram line to be, please leave your color commented below and like the comments of others with color suggestions you agree with. The comment with the most likes will be the winner, so make sure you kind of scroll through all of them and upvote the ones you like. If you are new to the channel and want to continue following along, please consider subscribing. Until next week, I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your weekend.